Hey, what's up? I'm making another chess video. I'm going nuts. I'm loving this. I cannot believe I'm doing chess again. So happy. We went over to the pokers for a while, and the funny thing about poker is so different, that one game at a high level you really can't give away any pieces, and like strong poker players are always trying to give away their pieces. It's correct to give away all your pieces. Sometimes you try to give them away. You just offer all your pieces and say, here, take them. And then sometimes it's correct to do that. We never do that in chess. Like, in lower levels you're playing gambits and everything, so you get used to giving away stuff, and that's why a lot of the better poker players are like 2100. um it depends on your, like, your chess background in a way. It kind of parallels. If you're too good, or you play like a Karpov and you're knitting it up and you like taking a little space here and there, you could probably make some cash, but you will ever really be like elite or anything. You have to know when to just ship it. So it's about risk, right? And I think it's important in your chess to take a lot of risk. And we can't give our pieces away at the master level because we'll just lose, right? Technically good enough to like, get the grip on you and win. So, but you can get crazy with your openings. You can mix it up. So this game, I'm playing a Grandmaster elect, Sayantan. He's Grandmaster elect. He's IM, and he just needs to cross 2,500 to get the title, and he did it. So congratulations, Das. We played in CJS, and this is a game where I came in the morning and I wanted to do something weird and foreign to me. And I put the Rui Lopez, I saw he was a Spanish man. I put Rui Lopez in the stockfish in the phone in the morning, and it spit out this weird G6 line. I wanted to do a G6 line, and it gave me something I'd never tried before, and so I just went for it. And this is what the computer showed me. Um, A6. I've never done this before. Usually you try to get a 97 and D5. That's some old stuff. You do it in Cozio style. But this is weird. So he goes here, and the point is B5 and 97. And he's going to go D5, and the computer wants knight A5 with D6, BB7, and C5 or C6, and obviously white, black castles and so forth. But I thought this was just very strange. But computer said it was okay, so I just did it. But okay, this was a mess. This was this was where the computer wanted knight A5, and I just thought of something else. I just said the guy's booked up. He's GM elect. Knight A5 is a normal move. I don't think it's super well known, but maybe he knew it, and he was playing pretty quickly. So I said, well, what about knight b4? I'm chasing this light bishop around. Not that it's a great light bishop, because when the pawns are on light squares, it really doesn't have where to. But it's still two bishops. I get the bishop pair. I'll be happy. So, but he can jump around knight b4, bb3, and the idea is a5. We're gonna hit this bishop, and by any means necessary. And he goes a3. This is pretty standard, and I thought, yeah, this is nice. I get to come around and hit it again. We're getting some sort of Benoni business where I have a good bishop. I'm going to get d6. I have already the queenside expansion, is what white goes to great lengths against in standard Benoni. And it's not quite a Benoni, but it's kind of has some similarities. And in general, when you have this d6 problem, the main issue is the c6 square, right? Eventually he hops in. But we're going to have bishop on d7. I thought it's fairly dynamic. And so bishop g5, I didn't love it. It just helped me make Luft and get him away. Maybe he thought getting queen g2 could be useful in some lines where he hits h6, and then it's not so simple to move to knight c5 because my b pawn will be hanging. Some double attack, perhaps, he thought. But in the end, he has to defend d4. It's just a straight tempo. And I was, maybe he was worried about bishop c2 holding the thing, because like I could take on a1 and queen a1 and go queen b8, and then I'm threatening b3. If he has to play b3 himself, the diagonal is lengthening and his queen is at the end on a1. Not pleasant. So, eh, I thought queen c2 is a little weird. Rook e8, very sensible. We have to activate the rook. The only problem piece I have is the knight on e7, but it can rotate through to b6, which has some benefits as well. To hold the bishop on d7, and also if I can evacuate this e pawn, I'm gonna have my my bishop is the other knight will be hitting the d5 pawn. So he did this, and then bishop c4, and he tried to defend tactically because bb5. And the point is now I can't eat on e4 because d7 is hanging, but I have a strong move here. It's sort of a bad, nasty shot. So you can sit back, relax, have a sip of wine. It's not like a thunderbolt or anything, but it is pleasant because we do hem down the unit on b2 is now kind of isolated and messed up, and we're coming in queen a2. We're gonna double tap this guy, and he has to move away. He can't eat it because the bishop on b5 hanging, so he's got to go away. And now knight b6, and this is the juice. This is a really nice move. I was feeling very good here because e pawn is gone. We're double tap the d5 pawn. When one goes, the other one falls, like dominoes. You go after the base pawn. Always remember that. So knight c6, you try to hold it, but this is just over, and now we're inside with home pride, and so it's pleasant. It's pleasant. Now another good move. So he's trying to keep things complicated, but it's pretty simple. Pretty simple. Nice, elegant, simple Capablanca-like move. Knight f6. We don't trade with you, sir. I'm sorry. And the d pawn is now double tap. Double tap. Yeah, what to do here? It's already looking good for me. His pieces are all spaced out. And, well, of course he's strong. He found knight b4. We just hit the knight. Trade. Bishop c3. But there's no threat because he can't move away. His d5 pawn is hanging. It's sort of an illusion. And knight b6. On rook d1, triple defense. And well, I went queen c5, of course. This is a glitch in the matrix, or the CJ's website. So queen is on c5, folks. All right, so h3, we're coming in, and now he defends, but the queen's on c5, and we get to take on f2 because now the knight is free. Okay, so now we're winning more material, and the b pawn is still hanging. So knight d4, queen c4, it's time to trade everybody. Or lose, we're hitting the d pawn again. And we're happy with this trade because when he eats or finally gets rid of this, we have the correct way to take back on b2. And we're coming down, and we are 2 pawns ahead. Knight c6 and knight b6. And that's all they have in the database. That this lasted a little bit longer. But essentially, you just put the bishop on f6, king on g7. The rook can go on b. The one thing you have to worry about if you try to gobble d5 is that you have this check on e7. So you just take care of that, and things are very difficult. If he will have to eat the knight on b6, well, then you have the better piece. The knight is a little bit stranded and lonesome, and you have the space and 2 pawns ahead. So I converted this. That was a fun game against a good player. I would say, play fresh stuff. Don't be afraid. Like, I know guys, they play the Philidor with black and white for their whole life, or d4, bishop f4, triangle systems with e3, c3, and like Kali setups and all the safe stuff. I mean, why bother? I mean, are you really going to be a professional like that? No, take some risk. Learned something new. And I did this in the morning. Never had this in my life. Played against a good player and made a nice game. You see, don't worry about it. Rumi said, forget safety. Live where you fear to live. All right, that's all for today. I'll come back. We have this world championship. Oh, in the morning, Ding won the first game. And yeah, like it was just that he wasn't feeling well for a while, you know. But when you're young, you're generally resilient. So we'll see if he can retain his title. All right, y'all. Have a great day.